Alright, gonna pull another one from Dusk's pool here. They said it was a non-Tethys, non-Umbra curse seed. Which, I actually think Umbra, in the grand scheme of curse seeds, I'm convinced Stygian, particularly the Lance version and Restore variant of Awoken, are the kings of Cursed. And Dregs as well. Those are the three that just have the worst possibilities to low roll on. But, I wouldn't say that, this one certainly could be cursed too. I mean, Hornbreaker's not that good of a champ. In a curse setting, though, he's okay. I think I've outlined this. Looks like Opal Heart Semi-Piece have beaten it. Maybe Missy K is the submitter? I actually don't know. It's either Semi-Piece or Missy K is a submitter. We'll find out. Anyway, though, I'm in my comfort zone here with Hellhorn as a clan. And I do not like these starters, but you know what? They're technically all pretty good for Ring 1, so it's not that bad in that sense, but there's certainly, I would say every single one of these fall off completely late game, especially Chase too. You need some serious, like Inflame can maybe do it outside of Chased, but Chased, nah, you're gonna need more than Inflame. We shall find out. Obviously Brawler here, there's only a little bit for it right now, but Reaper is just so bad. Oh man, do I just let Capricious Reflection disappoint me again? I'll be honest, I don't think I want to take it. We'll see. It's hit or miss. I mean, it can ruin your run, it can win it. It can ruin it, it can win it. I think when it's so important for me to have fledgling imps, if I get them, not have a bad, plus health on them, or alternatively, I really want my banners to have the upgrades that I want on them. I think given that context, I'm not going to take it. And Titan's Claws is actually so bad I may just not. Well, it's actually pretty good with the tornadoes. So yeah, we can actually take Titan's Claws here. I was going to skip there for gold. The rare skip for gold, which I generally never recommend, but it was close there. We were close to having no reason, but then I realized Ice Tornado. We'll take this. This is not too bad. We're gonna leak most likely, but it is what it is. Ah, that's right. It's not Wrathful. We're definitely gonna leak then. Let's do this. Easy choice there. See, it's still bad, because it's the only logical thing to do here is to play Ice Tornado, in all honesty. So, I don't even get the 0, and then I probably... Okay, here it'll be good, though, because I do want to play this for sure. That technically works. Do I care about saving 1 pyro damage for trying to get this down, though? I'm probably just Ice Tornado that, it's fine. I will save a fire damage then. You never know. I've survived on 1 before. That was not a good Ice Tornado. Not good. Let's do this, I guess. The math just doesn't work out quite very well. Yeah, we're getting pretty fucked here. At least I can do that. But, it's not too bad. At least it's not the other boss, right? The other boss would be doing a whole lot more to us. Would have been nice to draw the other Ice Tornado there. So, fledgling it. Now, who knows? Maybe Capricious just got them endless or like burnout 1. Maybe it did, but absolutely fledgling imp here. Easiest choice of my life. Could just do an offering token. I don't mind a flash freeze either. I probably would do an offering token. Okay. I don't mind a sweeper here. Endless is already priority to imp, so I don't actually want the sentry. I don't mind the Kalia. We open up almost every single upgrade other than large stone being good if we take cold Kalia, because quick would be good. I got torches to take out fledgling imp if I need to. Let's take it. Looking for endless mainly. It's a weird one. The weird, like, slightly undesirable multi-strike. Ugh. Okay. Well, we could pivot here. I mean, we could just make an Incant deck. Siren of the Sea is quite good for that. You know, we could get flat stats, which is a little bit better into chased. I have a multi-strike already. We can probably just work with this. I should have checked this. -2. I could put that on the imp or the inflame. I don't know if it's like that worth. We're largely abandoning this line. Is it an early Hellvent? Hellvent there. I could probably try to hit that steel. Just save my money right now. Things I would like to see are armor, incant, another multi-strike, or quick. Or endless. I'd still take an endless imp. I just don't think it's worth the shards to take this inflame down to 0. So we'll just keep it cool for now. Yeah. Unit draft 4. We're not necessarily beefy. It is a unit draft. I think we can risk this. We got ice tornadoes. Prince is most certainly going to be a throwaway on this run. I do kind of want to make use of this like right now. I could just do this and that. I think we're going to go with the Ember Drain here. I do want Prince up there, but... And I do want this. I guess... it's awkward. Let's do this. I still want to kill like the back line here. Because there's so much damage with them. I think we just want to keep incanting. We do this, I can take out the back line here cleanly. Get our 0 cost here, wait for him to come up. Pretty handily take that out. Now here we have a catch-22. It's such a good card. But it's not so good into chased, and it's expensive for an incant deck. This is the always, you know, even outside Queen Zemplings, you always have this dilemma with this combo. There are synergies and there are anti-synergies. A lot of the powerful things between these two clans don't necessarily gel all the time. Like, I don't think Ritual in an incant deck is necessarily that good. It is obviously if you can justify getting it to a 1 cost, or even a 0 cost. I think this is a pretty good Merchant of Magic, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to go with that Hellvent. I could wait till here to dupe the Siren, but I don't love it. I would like to do it here, and who knows, like we might be able to get a good... If we miss on our unit here, we could get a good unit for it. If we take the Ritual though, it is not going to be good unless we hit a -2. So it's either Vent or Ritual. It's obviously not the other crappy card. I may like a Vent. We're just going full in on the Incant, I think. A guard could work as my infusion. I mean, if I get a Railhammer, that's GG. I already have to remove my Cold Kalia. I wouldn't put the Siren into Cold Kalia. I think that's a weak infusion. 1-1 is significantly worse than 2-2. This isn't that amazing of an essence, but it is, like, good. Sometimes you can't think of it as it's a 25 gold upgrade. You can kind of think of it as that 25 gold upgrade is particularly busted and could easily be... Like, it's generally better than Large Stone, right? Just because it's 25 doesn't mean it ain't valuable. It's easily the best upgrade of the 25 gold upgrades. It's busted. It used to do 1, and that was probably more where it should be, but 2 is great. I think this could work. We're a little light on offense, though, if we do that, but I could always take a pip upgrade and just go for 3 of these on a floor. I think that works. We don't have to fuse yet. We have till here to determine that. I think oh man, there are so many good artifacts in this combo. I don't necessarily have a lot of gold here either. It's probably not correct to go left here. There is multi and quick that we're looking for. But if I don't, you know, it's 25%, I don't hit those. I don't know though, Endless on the Imp still works. Like, I'm definitely not opposed to that. So I don't think there's actually any misses here. If it's a shitstone, that's the only one I don't want. I have enough money to reroll and afford whatever comes out here. And then I'm just ready to Hellvent. Maybe. Like, if I find a quick or a multi here, I am definitely ready to Hellvent. True, maybe there's double Incant here, but hey, I think there's more of a chance actually that we find something pretty good here. Alright, there's the shitstone. I'd be more apt to lock this in if I didn't already have this guard in hand. I think we reroll. Okay. Well, that is the weirdest, awkward situation, but this works. I mean, an Endless Fledgling Imp is a tale as old as time, and that will still work for us. Now the question becomes, what is our floor gonna look like? Spell Chain Purge. I could probably Spell Chain Offering Token. Ooh, okay. Like, because this is on Endless, Cold Kalia is back on the menu, I feel. Like, I could make Siren with Guard of the Unnamed just be more of a dedicated tank that also kind of does damage. And then have Cold Kalia. Still doesn't make much sense, does it? Like, I'd still probably be better off just running 2 Sirens and the Fledgling Imp. I probably want to self-infuse this Fledgling Imp. I could probably put the guard in right now to Siren. I don't know, like, Because here's the thing, I kind of want to Hellvent the Fledgling Imp now and self-infuse it. And then hit the Steel and maybe get an upgrade on the Siren, and then Hellvent the Siren. I can run Brawler, like for these two rings, I can run Brawler on the floor. I wish I had enough to get rid of the Cold Kalia. I guess what I'm saying though is, like, if I want to do the infusion of Fledgling Imp here and Hellvent it, then I also don't necessarily I can run Brawler on the floor, it's fine. I may also just do that, I don't know, because then I could just Hellvent the Fledgling Imp. There's probably better stuff that I could find here, but I think I'm fine just doing this now. That way I can be free to do my Fledgling Imp upgrade if I see it. Right, and 35 shards isn't too bad here. Do I want to Spell Chain, bring it to 50 against Double Exploder? Probably not. Probably not. I don't need to. I already have a line here, like, I don't have to incant that much for this to be good. So for this fight, we're going to run it like this. I do want that dead. I don't want that to survive up to here. Yeah, I wanted to do that, but we might as well just prevent that damage, right? Can do that. Let's do Incant. Actually, that's better. Fledgling Imp. Bottom deck as usual. I don't know if I actually want to hit that. I just want to do that. Probably leak a little bit here, but whatever. Not a whole lot I can do about that. Here, why don't we go like this. Nice. Hit the grenade. Perfect. Take 1 damage, whatever. Finally, he decided to show the fuck up. Technically, that is actually better. I'm 2 damage short of being able to deal with that. Whatever. Maybe I should have put the Inflame in the front, I don't know. I thought I could get up to 45, but I miscalculated. Check this out. I guess that technically wasn't that good. But I'll take it. I could maybe use One Arm Tome here, but it's maybe a bit win more in this scenario. Like, I don't necessarily have huge armor gain if I don't get a Rail Hammer. And I don't necessarily just need 1 extra multi-strike. It's not that impactful here. I think I could probably do an Ice Empire. Gifts isn't out of the question either. Gifts is probably better. Should we just do a Gifts? Like, I'm not like that reliant on any of these cards surviving. Yeah, let's do a Gifts. Heal Gorgon. Well, I mean, wish that I didn't fuse my Siren. Now, this is the punish for doing those early infusions. Like, I could still probably make this work, but I don't know. Eogorgon runs are kind of like Dante runs. It's like, once you get them going... I mean, to be fair, this is probably going to be a pretty broken run as is anyway. Just to say, though, there's a lot here. I wouldn't really... I don't mean this in like a mean way, but I wouldn't... Yeah, who knows? Maybe we'll lose, but... I'm just saying, I don't really consider this cursed so far. There's already been a fledgling imp with Endless. There's been a Ritual of Battle. There's been both the Sirens. Now we see like a Eogorgon, and arguably even these other units could be decent, right? Alpha. If you completely miss on Incant and Rage, I could go Alpha Fiend into Cold Kalia, and that is perfectly acceptable. So I don't know. I think there's just a lot in this run that I would not consider it cursed, but that being said, my own hubris, I might just lose anyway, right? But yeah, I think we'll skip here. I think we already have a line that wins. We do draw. We could take a pip upgrade if we end up wanting it. I don't think so. I think just the 2 Sirens and Imp will do it. We'll see though. Let's see what we got here. Another spell chain. I have an intrinsic. Even Branded Warrior into Kalia can work sometimes. You do need to get some initial damage though. But yeah, Demon Fiend and Eogorgon would have been just fine there. Like we would have been a-okay just doing that. Don't think I want intrinsic on anything other than maybe like Trap Shoot might work. But I don't know. I'm already going above 50 here to make this play. Spell chain. We'll get our shards, right? 15 there. Oh wow, there's no temples from here on out. That's wild. See, that's another. Wow, that. Okay. Now we'll say map-wise, that's kind of cursed. Like to have all 3, like only 3 temples. First of all, you typically you'd see 4 on average, I think. And to have them all only in the first 3 and just never again, that's kind of weird. I'll admit that. But yeah, 60, so we'll definitely take the hordes. That'll bring us to 90, and then I can just take gold, I guess, if I don't want these. So do I want an intrinsic on Trap Shoot? It's only good for Divinity, and I don't really need it for Divinity, so I'm gonna not. It just delays my draw to Fledgling Imp. Spell Chain's not good enough here. I'd rather probably just have gold. So we're just gonna fight here. Flexing Wrathful could be good here, I think. Could allow me to justify him in the front for now until I Hellvent the Siren. I'm also going to take shards when I Hellvent Siren. That's another thing I need to factor in. So might not even take the gold. Multi-strike is fine here, I think. These guys don't do a lot of damage. They're just annoying more than anything. Gotta get this Cold Kalia out of here. I guess it's intrinsic anyway. Okay, we got the Imp early, that's great. I'm gonna hold this for a thing. I might need it though to kill this. Well, I'll have it. Let's do this. That guy's gonna be tough. Okay, let's do that, that. This needs to get cost reducted. It's something I should have factored in. I'm actually like not really hitting. I guess I'll hit that Merchant of Magic most likely in that one. So eventually it'll be good, but it's actually going to be pretty crappy until then. Let's take that out. Should have checked my cards. Yeah, I was not guaranteed to be able to handle it, so probably good that I do that. Should have done that first, but whatever. Let's take out these guys. Nice. we'll definitely be beating this boss. This boss itself is really not an issue, right? And look at that. So much easier than the waves. It's normally good. I don't think it's that good here. I don't really have the Ember to spare playing these out. And then they just start filling up the deck and hurting your Incants. Incant is still a little bit important to this deck. It's not that important. It's mainly for defense. It's kind of my defensive sustain plan is what the Incant represents right now. And the damage is kind of a bonus because I'm good on damage, right? This hurts my Incants, arguably just doesn't help me that much unless I hit a Transcendent. I could probably still take it, honestly, but it really would want to see a Hell's Banners or like a Queen, Imp Queen or whatever it's called. I think we just skip it. Pirate Jumper, speculatively, if I get Transcendent, would be okay. I'll be honest though, Transcendent is pretty win more right now. I don't need a Transcendent to win this. This looks like a skip to me. Keep in mind, most important card in this deck is Fledgling Imp. If I add a card, it has to be pretty good. But now we see two pretty good cards here. I'll give you a hint. One of them ain't pretty good. Yeah, this is interesting. I don't know. I think given these ice storms, or these ice tornadoes with Titan's Claws have been okay. They'll be shitty eventually, though. But Frenzied Storm does hurt them a bit. If I'm not quick, though, this is probably better than Unnamed Home. You know, I do take a bit of damage. I chump block a little bit, but... Yeah, I don't know. I'm decently tanky. I'm not, like, amazingly tanky. It's the middle boss, Scourgefell. You know, Scourgefell, I'll probably take this. Scourgefell's gonna be annoying, for sure. Okay, I will probably... 420, by the way. I will settle for another multi-strike. We're just gonna have to find defense in other forms than quick. We already have the armor Incant. We have chump blocking. Frenzied Swarm could still be found again. I could find Tiresome Climb. I could just find a removal. Gifts of the Guard. Is Wing Steel good here? It could be bad. I think it could be okay. I might just take a Guild Marker. My fear is that I draw into Fledgling. It's going to be unavoidable sometimes to make an efficient turn. Especially like turns that I'm Ember drained. Like, I'll want to play all my Ember out, and if I play it all out and draw a card and it's Fledgling Imp, that's a game losing. I don't think drawing at the end here is that useful to this deck. I'm not going to be that surplus on Ember, so I think I'm just going to take Guild Marker, make this cheaper. We are definitely I wouldn't say Glass Cannon, but we're arguably Glass Cannon. Definitely want to get rid of that. And a Steward. I think we're good for Stealth Boss without these Stewards, hopefully. And who knows, maybe we just don't get Stealth Boss. I probably want to keep a few though, right? I don't know, I'm not necessarily that good for Stealth Boss as I look at this. I'll have to hit that at the right time. Like, I think I could even add that just to help a little bit with it. Okay, I'll take that. We'll remove later. Okay, it's not Stealth Boss. No need to worry then. I don't see... I could see that guy hitting me, but even if he survives, and it's not going to kill my Pyre. I don't think it's that out of the question that I can kill him. I just need a few torches or a good vent. And then this is a pretty easy... This is the easiest wave 5, hands down. So for this, we go like this. I don't even think we want to take them out. I can just do that. Maybe I should be frontlining with Siren though, huh? I probably should. Okay, nice. Let's go like that. Like that. Yeah, we're gonna be A-okay here. We are so good. I could replay here. Yeah, I think that's fine. He actually has more damage because of Wrathful. But this, she has more strikes, so we'll do that. I don't know. Okay, they're not all dying. Yeah, this gifts. I should have just took Ice Empire. I was kind of like, I can eat up a thing here. I was kind of thinking like that. I feel like gifts I undertake, so maybe I was just a little bit too inclined to take it there. Oh well, though. We can replay it here. I don't know if that really does much for us, though. I think I'd rather just do this. Easy peasy. Oh, that is so good. One of the best artifacts in the game, like, no joke. Well, I could see actually Rage Serum being correct here, or even impressive. Let me take a quick break, I'll be right back. So Rage Serum's pretty good on defense. I don't know though, Inferno, it's tough because, like we've noted with gifts, it's going to be hard for me to play it at 3. But man, it sure would be good. It would solve a lot of my defensive issues. We're already going to have to deal with Ember Drain on Chased, most likely. I don't think Inferno changes anything there, though. Ember Drain's going to be an issue. Unnamed Tome and Trap Shoot will help a little bit with that, but yeah. I think Rage Serum is actually better here. I just don't have the Ember to play Inferno. Frenzied Swarm's good. I'll take that. That's gonna help. That'll do, essentially, yeah, it'll do pretty well for us. I guess we could do Ice Fracture. That would have made Inferno a better pick. It makes Gifts a lot more playable, and Grindstone is just one of the worst artifacts in the game, in my opinion. I don't think we need any of this. Horrible Cavern event. Horrible. One of the worst in the game. Outside of Melting, it's never that good. In fact, it's just horrible. It might be the worst caverns in the game, actually. I think Penitent Remains is hardly ever takeable outside of Melting. Like, it kills your consistency so much, and then the other two also kill your consistency. Even if option 1 is just temporary, you still gotta play that shit out, right? I guess with Icicle Fracture and Titan's Claws, it might have been worth it, but it's like, where's the upside? That if I happen to get a Vengeful Shard in the final fight, I can get an extra 100 damage. Ooh-wee, so good. So worth. Well, I was going to Hellvent this Siren. I'm kind of leaning toward maybe Hellventing the Imp, but both cost the same amount of shards. I will say, we may not need to do this with the fact that we did get Wrathful onto Prince. But I don't know. I think this is still better. I think this is better. Yeah. And we don't need to take that money. We're already at 90 here. Probably just take that, and I don't need to Hellvent the Siren again. I think 4 or 6 hits, really. Their triple striking is going to be just fine. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I'm going to put you there. Do that. Do that. Oh boy. Let's do this. I need to draw through my deck and find Flinching Imp. And I can't have all of these straws being killed. This is another underrated use of discard, by the way. Offering tokens are really good for it, but Forgotten Power is underrated for it. Like, just getting rid of Scourges. It's actually pretty good. I actually want him getting hit, huh? I forget how brutal Scourgefell is. Like, it is ridiculous, dude. Of course. Okay, now maybe we need to give that a little help there. Okay, that should get that to 0. I can actually play this bottom decked Fledgling Imp. That might actually, hopefully not cost us the game. Well, I'm going to play Gifts first, that way I guarantee that I can draw fucking whatever you call it this turn. Wait, why did it... Oh, did I have a full hand? I shouldn't have had a full hand. Why did it not draw the Frozen Lance? Am I missing something here? Why the fuck did it not... Okay, obviously, I must have had it full hand, but... I didn't see it, so literal bottom deck of that bullshit. It is what it is. We're gonna just get this out of here. I think we're still fine, because we're just kind of ridiculously powerful. I could have redrawn there, but whatever. Let's just guarantee that we freeze that. One, two, three, four, five, six. I should have done that the mid floor. That was really stupid for me to do that top. Incredibly stupid. Let me get these out of here. But yeah, we're doing so much damage, I can't imagine we're losing this. Annoying fight, but we win. Without, I think, taking really any fire damage. Yeah, we didn't take any. That's rare on Scourgefell, I would say. Reinforce is the only one I would debate here. Bad for Incant, but considering my Incant is mainly a defensive option right now, could be good for that. I can make it work with Titan's Claws and Fracture. I think I'll take it. I could see Ember here being correct. I think I still just want draw. I don't know though. I don't know if I can support extra draw here. But I think at the end of the day, draw is fine. Because I do just want to get to the Fledgling Imp. I don't think I would take Pip just to fit another Fledgling Imp. One of these is enough. We should go left here. Double stack. Drop Cage has nothing. Could still find Tiresome Climb, but Tiresome Climb's good without that anyway. Hellpack doesn't have anything other than Vent. And it's not really going to be relevant at this point in the game. I mean, it might. It's either this or this. I mean, this does so little. Hellpack could make a rail spike an option, I guess. Not that there's that high of a chance to get one. I guess we could put plus 10 here. That actually makes it like okay to keep that plus the X cost is decent. Double stack, I don't know. Like, it's probably pretty good on Trap Shoot, huh? Let's do it on Trap Shoot. We may want to just keep Inflame. It's okay, actually. If I cost it down, I could hold it over. Holdover Frenzied Swarm is awkward. I want to do it, but it definitely nullifies a big mechanic that I kind of have working right now. Could just hold over the Inflame, odd as that is. I mean, it's an Incant. I don't know, actually, probably just Torch. No, there's no way that's good. I don't know what to do here. I don't think I actually want to hold anything over. It delays my draw to Imp. Holdover Torch should be good on Imp up until Divinity. On Divinity, it's just unneeded. I guess if I daze Divinity, though, it's still kind of okay. It's still unneeded. Man, it's weird to not take a holdover. It's kind of like not taking a multi-strike, but I think it's correct. I don't even know what to cost reduce here. We can just get that down to 0 so that we always play it. I don't even want to Surge Stone anything necessarily because I already have the gifts. Gifts on holdover is not out of the question. I would burn out the whole deck pretty quick though. Let's get rid of one of these and just fight. You know what? If it's Penitent, I think we're going to want to remove more. I really don't need these lances. I can't tell you how much, even with this setup, I would rather have Forgotten Powers so much more than lances. I still maintain the lances are horrible, and that Forgotten Powers are good. I mean, the Forgotten Powers, they cost 0. It's the main, I don't care that they discard. Like, I have huge hands. He's most likely to do better for us with just another stack of Wrathful. He'll get a few hits in. This should be fine, as long as we find the Imp in time. I guess that's a big if. Most likely we're not getting anything from Prince here. That's why he's not that good of a champ. I'm gonna throw this away actually, so I can... Well... Maybe we'll throw that actually. It's a respectable amount of damage. Don't really need to like rush playing that though, but it guarantees, I guess, that it doesn't even guarantee anything with gifts. Could replay him here. I think that's fine. I'm gonna save gifts for a different turn, I think, because I don't know. I don't think I need it to do much for us necessarily. Is this a good gifts turn? It's an unnecessary gifts turn, I'd say. I'm gonna have pretty big hands here though. This is kind of where I really wish I had Forgotten Powers. Alright, this is a good turn, I think, to kind of just do all of this. Prevent a lot of damage. Now we can do that. I guess I could replay here. Keep that, yeah. Could play one, that. Oh, that's right. Okay, let's do this then. See, guess is still pretty good here. I suppose I actually wouldn't mind. Well, we might want this for the next turn. Yeah, let's wait for the next turn. It's a lot of damage coming in. It's literally like killing him, her. We're definitely going to be using this turn. I could have actually replayed here. That would have been better. We don't need the thing then. Let's take these out now. Or not. Okay, now we can finally get that reinforce going. Let's go here. There. 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 Just wanted to know how much we had him, you know? Ooh. So many shiny toys. These two are like the best Hellhorn uncommons in my opinion. Tiresome Climb and Important Work. For this deck, I think I have more of a probably of a need of Tiresome Climb. Like that. It helps me not get Ember Drain. Ooh, Drain. I think I'm better off just stacking Dazed in this deck. Another Frenzy Storm's a bit awkward. I think we just skip here. But good options. Like I said, there's just a lot of options on this playthrough. I would say it's not really that cursed. I mean, multiple multi-strikes, just a lot of the good cards. I think this might come down to just a lack of like knowledge of what's strong in Hellhorn. I think these are all skips. They're horrible. Firewall's not horrible, but There we go. Now this right here is an artifact. Boom, baby. This is a downgrade to our deck because it makes, what's his name, harder to kill. Jackstrips only really helps with taking off the damage shield at this point of the things. I think we're not going to take that. Remove Consume is like enticing here. Could also just be enticing there. That might even be better. I actually like this, and I'll just bring it back down to 0. Not that it needs to be. It technically already goes to 0 kind of by default. So actually I don't need to cost that down. We could cost this down. We always want to probably play that. Put another +10 there, that's fine. Permafrost anything? I could permafrost that by default, or maybe this by default would be better. Yeah, that by default makes more sense. Just get that down to 0. Makes it easier to play. Purge one of these. And we got some money. Might as well use it on something, right? Just put it there, maybe. Okay. So, I think the Hell Vent is going to be used on this, just so we find it faster. I obviously don't need to play both of them, but just simply finding it faster is worth 15 shards to me. Especially against Chased. Like, since he's removing our rage, we just need to find it faster, right? Alright, you'll go there, we'll do that, we'll kill that, get an Incant. We'll do this just to thin out the deck, I don't care what it draws, those are fine. We want to find those imps kind of ASAP. You can just hold that, right? Get the incants when they're there. Alright, we finally got this. We're doing enough that this is a good time to do this, I would say. Okay, interesting. I'm gonna hold that. Do I really need to, though? I can just draw back into it. We may as well do some incants while we're here, right? Alright, Deadweight Prince is out of there. This is also fine to just do this sometimes. We don't really need that. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, I'm an idiot. Ooh, that's 0. Okay. Alrighty. Let's do this. Take one of them out. Do have a defense problem right now. Yeah. How are we gonna do this? We're just going to play that at a better turn. I need to stop autopiloting, so we're actually like potentially in a rough spot here. Get some armor. Some more armor. We're gonna move that guy up. That's good. I don't want to redraw it. Alright, we're going to play that. This is why you can never predict when you're going to need a Frenzied Swarm or not, and we absolutely needed it here. Okay, we're going to definitely do that, I think. The Ember Train's not going to be fun, but we do have this for next turn. And this is always an option just to put that up. It's also an option just to do this now. I mean, he'd come in with so much dazed, but I think we're just going to do this. Yeah, it'd be nice if I could get that frozen, though. This is just as good. We'll just do this for now. We're going to be Ember Trained, though. As I said, it was never completely avoidable. Oh, we actually kind of luck out here, though. This is not bad. May as well play this. I got the whatever here. Okay, we got the Frenzied Swarm. Nice. Yeah, we already beat them without really any need of anything, so this is fine. We can do that. That's a handily won fight with a moment of scariness. So we'll definitely have to, you know, be on the lookout for incoming damage. If we had problems that fight, we'll absolutely have potential problems this fight. We'll just have to keep being a little bit more liberal with what we choose to incant with. We want the incants. I do want to take those backliners out, but I'm going to hold this for when I get the other siren here. Okay, we want to... Yeah, that's good. Now I can guarantee that. I'm going to do this now. I'm going to try to get a good reinforce here. This is better. It's going to be tough to get a good reinforce here, actually. I don't technically need her to live. We might just try to get the back line going here. This is a little bit tough. Let's break this spell shield. Hold this for now. Incanting this floor doesn't really help us. I don't know why I thought I could kill that thing. I really wanted to put this here, but we absolutely have to take care of this somehow. I can still take care of it with Frenzied Swarm. I'm not huge on throwing this hand away, but I'm gonna have to. This at least gets us there. We can do this. Let's try to just get a few of these in. This is probably just not going to be able to get played with any relevancy. Might have been worth putting some health on this thing. We're gonna have to go into like best defense is a good offense mode here and try to kill Divinity before I just lose my units. It's kind of where this is headed. Man, I am not drawing my actual like stun and removal when I need it. This is bad. That is not what I need, brother. That is not what I need. Well, for the most part, it's fine for me to incant here, so I will. Let's do this, that. We've got Divinity down by half, but this I have to draw. Okay, Vent here is huge. Just gotta make sure we play Vent that it hits at 15. Let's get rid of these. So I'm doing 10 by 20. 8 by 20. Oh, I just get 20 dim. Oh, right, I have 20. So I can play at 0 here and I'm fine. Alright, we're good. We're just going to kill Divinity then. And that'll be the plan. I think the Frenzied Swarm here pretty much gets us there. There we go. Alright. So a little bit iffy, but in the end, we still get it done. If we had lost the Siren, I still think we could win with a back Siren, because they had a lot of stats piled up. That's the risky take, though, when you go all in on offense without so much regard for defense, but it's fine. I've navigated runs like that quite a lot. That's just how it goes. So yeah, Fledgling Imp. Self-infused Fledgling Imp with Endless. It's a tale as old as time. There's so much it works with, right? Anything with multi-strike here would have done. And any sweeper would have done. And if we had to, Hornbreaker would have done, but just typically better stuff than Hornbreaker. Most banner units are better than Hornbreaker Prince. That's my criticism of him. But, you know, if we didn't find multi-strike, if we didn't find, like, sirens, didn't find sweepers, then Hornbreaker probably makes it onto the floor, right? Like, this is the best version of Hornbreaker, is Wrathful and Brawler, in my opinion. And maybe even in that final fight, he could have been actually the proper choice. If he's getting slays, he's sustaining better than the siren is. But the keyword, he does have to get slays, and does have to, like, survive with that initial 3 waves before the enemies get there. It's a tall order, especially if he's frontlining. Yeah, I mean, Frenzied Swarm, you never know when you need it, but it's almost wrong always to skip having at least one in your deck, I feel. Even with the anti-synergy of the Titan's Claws and Icicle Fracture here, it still was the right call, right? We were absolutely dead if we didn't have this in the deck. Same goes for, like, Tiresome Climb and stuff. But yeah, pretty fun run. I like that. Hits a lot of my favorite things. Let's see what everybody else did. So, Heart has same prints that I have, I think. Yes. Fledgling Imp with Quick. See, this is... Well, I mean, it wouldn't have changed anything. This still would have been fine. Quick actually would have maybe helped a little bit here, but he didn't get Endless on it. That is worth noting. So he must not have gone one of those steals that we went. That might have been... Or he just put it on Sentry. Maybe he rather would have it on Sentry. I mean, that's a pretty powerful Sentry. Did end up with the Siren Eogorgon combo. So that's obviously really strong too, right? And I guess if that's what you have, there's not much point in trying to get Endless on Fledgling Imp anyway, so that could have also been a thing. I'm trying to remember when we got Endless on Fledgling. I think it was after this would have happened, so this just makes sense to not really go in on the Fledgling Imp at that point. Had a pretty good Trap Shoot. And this intrinsic makes more sense here because, you know, this is technically even, you know, this is pretty fragile. You get the 1/1 on Incant, but the nice thing is he has this sentry to really soften up the enemies, right? The impressive makes sense with the Imp Sickle here. You're just always guaranteed an Imp to play with it. Health ended the tiresome, probably because he's just more worried about defense, right? He doesn't have armor, Incant, and all that. That'd have been an interesting Nexus spike. I didn't see a Nexus spike on my run. Had the gifts. For my run, I don't know. The gifts was okay sometimes, but I would say in the final fight, it didn't really show up like how I wanted it to in Divinity. Like, it almost, like, if I did lose, I could almost blame gifts for its... Like, it kind of... I had to be able to get it permafrosted to play it. It's just a difference in pathing, right? You can clearly see Hart went and targeted all the Merchant of Magic, so he can make use of these cards a bit better, right? Well, also there's Capricious, so who knows how many of these came with Capricious. Here's my problem with Capricious, though. It's like, yeah, I guess you found Large Stone and Endless on Titan Sentry, but in the grand scheme of things, I think more times than not, I can't say that it's ever incorrect to take this. I'm just venting on how bad it's been for me. So, like, if I had taken it, probably what we end up seeing here is like multi-strike or plus 10 damage or some bullshit like that, right? You're actually kind of more likely to see something bad for Titan Sentry than something good for it. And then, you know, yeah, Quick was here, but I've also seen crap like 25 health, which actually in my run might have been preferable, but in a lot of runs it isn't. Like, if I have Quick on my Sirens or my Sweepers, I absolutely don't want health on this Fledgling Imp, right? And so on and so forth. You know, the Yogorgon, it looks like it had decent things, health and damage, but you also could have got, well, I don't know. I don't know how Capricious works with the Yogorgon. Does it actually prevent it from getting the stuff that it's prevented from? If so, then it's actually really good with the Yogorgon, because then you're only getting good stuff for it. But I wonder if you can get the weird stuff. Like, can you just get the Rage thing on it with Capricious, even though you can't buy it at the temple? Maybe. I've never actually found out the truth on that or not. And yeah, I mean, these obviously had to have just initially gotten Ember, but it also could have gotten, like, I don't know. I guess Frenzied Swarm has no bad hits, but, like, some of these could, like, Tiresome Climb. Even the Tiresome Climb doesn't necessarily have any bad hits, but like this one's pretty bad, right? You don't want a permafrost on Ritual. It's just a slot that you could have used for something better. But I don't know. I guess you take it and you leave it, or you take the good with the bad with Capricious. Maybe I'm just so soured to it. I'm ranting so long about Capricious. Anyway, though, that's obviously a different take on the deck, and it worked out pretty nicely. Just goes to show that there's many different ways to tackle this run. There was a lot offered, right? That was ours. This is Opal's. Also went with the Capricious. Same type as deal. Didn't go with Eogorgon, but probably closer in line to Heart's run here, where it's Incant focused and just... So Endless was offered from Capricious is what I'm seeing here, because Summoned Heart, he had the Large Stone and Endless, which I'd still argue is rare. I feel like you're usually getting something bad for Titan Sentry, but it happened to be good here. Important Work's pretty good with the Imp Sickle, right? A lot of holdovers. That must have been Capricious. Very interesting deck. Semi-Peace didn't go with the Capricious, but did go with the Gorgon. See, probably Opal and me fell into the same thing, where we had done this infusion already, and just had no good reason to take the Gorgon by the time we saw it. But the other players kind of held off and were able to make that Siren and Eel infusion, which is such a powerful one, right? This is one of the most powerful things in the game, is the Siren of the Sea and the Eel Gorgon, and an Incant deck. Missy K. This might have been the original submitter then that died at Fell. I mean, there's power here. I would have gone the other way, though. I don't know. Eel Gorgon with Siren. I'd rather have... I guess another thing looking at this, it's like, I don't know what was offered here for Siren first from the Capricious, but if it was plus 10, that's another great example of, like, you waste a slot with Siren. I think, though, in either case, I would have gone Siren into Eel. This is still pretty powerful. Probably would have liked to self-infuse here, though. And this is, I guess, another artifact of, like, the way the temples were lined up. They were there, and then there's no more. So it's like, this could have only happened at Ring 4, this infusion, so you would have had to commit to, like, Siren with a guard like me and Opal did to do that, and then you don't get the Eel Gorgon thing. I will say, though, like, I look at this deck and I'm like, it's pretty powerful. Like, it's got too much, right? Like, I wouldn't have took this other Sentry if you're not going to be able to self-infuse. Like, you just need that one. But that's not a big deal. These are endless. The Siren isn't that good, though. I do think probably would have been better off with the Gorgon. Granted, you know, it doesn't really benefit from Rage, but it kind of does. Like, it kind of does. Right? Even if it's just temporary, that's a lot of extra damage each turn. I think you would have been much more fine with the Eel Gorgon. But I can see incoming damage being a problem. You should be able to mitigate a bit of it with the Titan Sentry on Endless. And I guess even the other Sentry, you know, that's... Backliners are never getting to you. Frenzied Swarm should help a bit there. Trap Shoot should definitely help a bit. Ice and Pyre even helps in its own way. So I don't know. It's hard to say how this went bad. Still seems like pretty powerful, but maybe just not enough something. I don't know, you'd have a lot of strikes. Maybe it was just a micro issue. As I look through this deck, I don't see why it should have lost to Fell. Probably Grindstone. What was the... And everybody was taking Grindstone. Wasn't it Icicle Fracture or Grindstone? Wasn't that the choice? Yeah. Heart must have just went a different route there to find that. I don't know. I would have not took Grindstone over this. Right, this Icicle Fracture is just pretty useful. Even if you don't have the claws, but I think especially if you have the claws, you want to take... I mean, +5 is just so measly. It's so unimpactful. Outside, like, Ring 1 and Primordium or something. Oh, well, though, that's about all I can really glean from all of this. Yeah. As always, thanks for watching. Till next time, peace.